When I think of Anne, I think of a passionate speaker, I think of integrity, I think of fairness with regards to equity and inclusion, and I think of a champion for marginalized communities.
The daughter of a carpenter, Anne Buller grew up watching her father work within the construction industry.
I grew up thinking my dad was magical because he could take nothing and create something. So I saw my dad as a craftsman, as this incredibly talented, imaginative man, and that really was inspirational to me. From a very early age, I got to work with him because I'd much rather have a hammer in my hand than a duster.
Working at her father's side helped shape her own views. Although her parents were supportive of any career choice Anne would have made, her father was strongly opposed to her becoming a tradesperson. This lack of acceptance for women in the trades was something that drove Anne in her professional career as an educator.
We started to look at what was needed to help women succeed, because this is a tough environment, both in school and out. And it started with looking, how do you create a nurturing classroom? And I want to be clear, nurturing doesn't mean being soft and gentle, and it doesn't mean being less outcome focused. This is about teaching women the exact same skills that anybody else in that class needs, but it is in a way that's respectful and empowering for the women who are engaged. I had a moment where I was meeting with the Construction Trades Association in Nova Scotia, and I was talking to them about what great college education can do in terms of creating creative problem solvers and people who really are engaged in their work. And in language I will not use here, he more or less said, "I don't need brains, send me your brawn." And I realized that as well as creating an environment inside of the institution, we had to work with business and industry to make sure those industries were changing and they were willing to accept women and would support them when they got out there.
As CEO and president of Centennial College, Anne was instrumental in the development and launch of the Women's Skills Opportunity Program, an innovative program that bridges the shortfall in the education system for female students who are looking to enter careers in fields that have historically been unfriendly to women.
I believe that the Women's Skills Opportunity Program is significant because it provides access to these incredible trades and job opportunities for women. It breaks down barriers because it meets the learners where they are, gives them the language they need, the self-confidence to get into the program and to succeed. And I think it really is empowering. You're learning with other women. You get to ask the questions. You get to build confidence as a cohort. And we know from research the best way to learn is in teams. So it's significant for all those ways. And again, it brings women, gives them a pathway to good jobs.
There is such a soft side to Anne, and it comes out in everything she does, whether it's with an employee, whether it's with a student. There is a very, very soft side to her. Family means a lot to her. Here's a woman who holds a very high position in an institution, and yet her commitment is to her mother, to her sister's not well, and to anyone who knocks on her door and needs some guidance and some assistance.
I had my head shaved a few years ago for two reasons. One was my incredibly amazing and courageous sister was fighting cancer.